So let's end part one of Unit 2 with a notation exercise. So if you remember, notation is how you write down sound, how you communicate sound on paper. Okay, so this is not going to be easy, but I want you to just take 5 to 10 minutes and really push your imagination. I want you to imagine if you were trying to capture a song and we didn't have recording technology, how on earth would you pass it on to maybe your great grandchildren, right? How would you get it to them if there wasn't a way to record yourself singing it or playing it? You'd have to write it down and figure out how to communicate that, right? So, how would you write notation? What would be the most important factors to communicate? Okay, so you want to say maybe what notes or pitches, right? And maybe when. Is there anything else to consider? So I just want you guys to discuss in the discussion board what would be most important. Moving forward, I would argue that pitch, what it sounds like, and what it's called, how to communicate that, written down. Time or rhythm, when is each note happening? And then I think contour, or how the notes go up and down, whether or not they're right beside each other or they leap. How do the pitches exist in relation to each other? Not just in time, but are they higher or lower? That kind of thing. So what I want you guys to do is we're going to notate Mary Had a Little Lamb. But before we do that, just the beginning of it. I want you to take out a piece of paper, or you can just screenshot this and use like Paint or something and just type into this. And what I want you to do is just generally, using words right here at the top, how would you communicate pitch, time, and contour? If you were to just, how would you describe pitch to someone, just in general? Or rhythm or time? And contour, I already talked about that one a good bit. Once you spend a little bit of time with that, please pause this whenever you feel like you need to, or send me an email like, what? It's not supposed to be easy, right? Then I also want you to think about it specifically in relation to the beginning of Mary had a little lamb. Just that much. How would you begin to communicate that just with words? The pitch, the time, and the contour of all of that. Do the notes go up and down? Do they skip any? Are any of the notes longer than others? How are they in relation to each other? And then lastly, in these bottom boxes, what I would encourage you to do is I want you to see if you can, or flip over the piece of paper. That would be better. Flip over the piece of paper. And I just want you to attempt to draw. Mary had a little lamb. And communicate the pitch, the time, and the contour of that as best as you can. I'm going to pause the video, but just so you know, I would encourage you, set a 5-minute timer. 3 minutes if you don't have 5 minutes. Set a 3-minute timer. Give this the best shot that you have. And here's what I want you to do. Don't just email it to me. I want you to take a photo of it and send it to a friend and say, if I asked you to sing this, maybe use Snapchat or whatever other social media, send a DM to somebody, Instagram. Wow, it might be something totally different if you're seeing this like in 2045. Who knows? Anyway, I want you to see if based on the picture that you drew, can they sing the song that you just explained? Okay. All right.